the most important message for 2026 that just started according to one calendar, that it will be starting in February 4th. In Feng Shui, it is year of the fiery horse, so Karmazan horse. It's going to be fiery, it's going to be interesting year, not only according to the Chinese prophecies. So welcome everyone, and I'm going to start from the most important message based not only on my personal experiences, but also working with other people, my clients, individual sessions, and also Stardust workshops about manifesting your reality and using the techniques that actually assist us to creating a little bit more faster and lighter and with more pleasure. So the most important one is do what you love. Sounds banal, I know. Just give me a second here. So if you do what you like, it turns out, I'm not even mentioning if someone does what he hates. So in most of the day, when you do what you hate, look at the percentage, how many hours you do what you don't like. So the offices, administration, taxes, those sort of things, unless you absolutely love it, because there are people like that. I'm not going to judge, no. And what do you like in your day, and what you absolutely love makes you inspired, like, you know, high but without the drugs. This is the thing. Why this is even important? Because if you do what you love, it's not enough to not be a target of manipulation. And this year, it will be also a year of a very sudden, fast decision. You have to adjust quickly and learn new skills quickly, because those who are focusing on forwarding your career or changes in the career will have to maybe very often this year drastically redirect and adjust, because the old ways of doing things is not going to work. Additionally, those of you who did not follow your destiny, life purpose, mission, however you call it esoterically, but it's about your dream that never came true, or you left it alone, or someone tried to block it from you, take it away by telling you it's impossible, you don't have skills, whatever someone said to you, this year it will come back to you. So you have a choice, complain or take up the challenge. More healthy way and more inspiring is to take up the challenge. I'm not advising anyone, but I'm just suggesting that it's really worth to do, to follow your highest purpose, especially this year, because another chance you're gonna have, I don't know, some years, 12, something like that, probably our 12 signs of the Feng Shui. And this one is really the year that you may accomplish a lot, but you have to focus. So focus on what you love. And then you are not, you're not so much into being a target of those who want to manipulate you, pull you in their direction that is not necessarily yours direction. So it's important to know what you want and do what you love. So check those two things. And of course, write me if you have your goal or any additional questions you have. Do not postpone it till tomorrow. The most important question that normally I would write on my wall, but I don't like to paint my walls. I'm painting magic art, as you can see behind me. But if you can have this board, just write it down or make a note right now. The most important question, what can you do today, not postpone things till tomorrow, small step, that you are closer to your highest vision for this year? What can you do today? It can be very, very small step. Something that will bring your mind into believing that it's possible. So then your mind will respond by focusing you and directing you and throwing your attention towards something you want. So now I'm going to tell you about 3 factors of achieving your goals. And to save you time, because I was going for years into this loop, you know, the rat competition and getting somewhere, you know that story. Everyone probably had that story that you are like a rat following the goal, and that carrot in front of you is always in front of you and you never get it. So there are 3 factors that actually can help you to achieve your goals faster, not only this year, but forever. So you have to be clear not only about who you are and about the branding. And this I'm going to say from the position of someone that is very hard to brand. And the greatest specialist in this world didn't manage, and also 2 governments didn't manage as well. The best was actually German government, writing me, Mr. Joanna has higher education. And yeah, so they couldn't even make it right with the gender, but that's a side story. So be clear. So if you have a store and you have products like bags or something, it's pretty easy. But if you are an artist like me, if you are performing artist, so you sing, dance, perform, you are an actress, actor, it gets really interesting because there's a lot of things, a lot of potential. And I'm going to give you an example. So if you play violin or a saxophone or any of the instruments, you have to know if you want to play in orchestra or you want to go solo or you want to record in a studio, with whom do you want to work. And this is very important because along the way, number 2 is, where are you going with this? So what is your community? What is your people? Here you have to be very, very selective with people. And the third thing is the community that you have already, that community, you have the product, you know who you are, more or less. And now you present it. So if you're a musician, it presents itself through you. You're sort of channeling that. But if you do other things, like you have that product, bags, for example, you have the right community for it, but you don't know how to talk about it, well, then you may not sell. So you need to have additional skills here. So be very, very precise about those 3 factors and be able to present your product as best you can. And now, if you do follow the mentor or specialist, I was talking about it too on the other side in the Polish language a lot. And the easiest differentiation is when someone is in debt, is not really the best financial advisor for you. When someone is dietitian, but it's not looking really healthy, probably you're not going to take an advice from that person either. If that would be only so simple. But out there in the world, there are people who present themselves from the best position. They have very good presentation. And then it turns out, especially in esoteric community, that along the years I heard from those of you who experienced that way of being used by someone, or letting someone use the representing the greatest image, how great specialist someone is. So here you gotta be careful and use your differentiation points. So someone will always introduce himself as a specialist with a list of schools, workshops, whatever happened. But here is where you gotta test it. So I always say, if you take a tarot session with me, please don't tell me, test me. Because if I am a good psychologist, I will read you already. According to what you say, I already have your psychological profile. And if I am a manipulator, I can use that, right? So please test. I always ask my clients to tell me as little as possible. Let me look at the energy. And you can only confirm if I'm telling you sounds good to you, sounds right, and then you ask me additional questions. Very often, I don't even have to know. Later, I can know, you can tell me, that's not a problem, because the more precise you are about the question, the better we can solve this. But first, test it. Does it work for you? And the same thing with the people. So now you have actually another very important factors. Remember that it can save you so much time or years. Don't repeat the mistakes I made. I wish I knew that earlier, but okay. It's never too late to have a happy childhood. Let's get there. So it's important, who are you asking? What kind of specialist? I had a great opportunity one time, again, my example, someone wanted to sell those paintings behind me to the hotels as a prince. The man was incredible, international consultant, coach. He was really great in what he was doing. The only thing I missed somehow, because he was very dedicated, so how could I refuse? For a year, we worked together. We were very dedicated. And I missed only one thing, that he was not selling and consulting international companies considering art, but computers. You know, it's slightly a little bit different topic, right? I was really into it, so I did not pay attention. Well, I don't blame myself now. I learned a lesson and I actually learned a lot with him, so it was good. But it was taking us a 1 year. Fortunately, he came to senses earlier than I, so we stopped. Unfortunate for me, because I was still hoping, you know. So now you still have those prints, but now everyone can have it, not only chains of the hotel. And you can get it from my store if you like, but this is another topic, and this I did a number of videos about my art, so I direct you to it. Let's get back to here about the specialist that you're picking to serve you. So always ask someone that achieved already what you want to achieve. So if you are a musician and you want to play in orchestra, go to orchestra. But if you are a musician but you don't want to play in orchestra, don't pick your mentor in this orchestra, because his path is completely different from what you really intend to do. Here is another thing which you have to be careful about, the gatekeepers. If you ask for the opinion, people who did not achieve what you are attempting to achieve, they may block your path, not like maybe even not consciously, because they did not accomplish that as well. So they will kind of encourage you, but there will be something in the background that they will block you. They will say, no, your project is not good enough. You got to work another year on that. Slightly, you got to feel it. I didn't. I made some mistakes here, but I'm telling you how it is. The third one that you have to pay attention, who you ask, who you help, who's coming with you with the projects, because a number of people that are complainers can, and here I have to be very careful how I say that, because actually that happened on the English side. So there was an incident when I helped someone get to somewhere else, to a higher position. In the production I was working, and this person, after many years of not being able to do it, got in and then try to destroy my opinion. So be careful about those who you are bringing in to help them in their path, in their career. So that's very, very important. This year, it's also good to ask yourself, who deserves your attention? Where are you going? And pay attention to those little, very little things. The devil lies in details. We all know that, of course. And the last thing for today, because there is also in this esoteric community, the banal thing, love yourself. Sometimes I'm feeling so provoked, to really answer that. But I'm gonna transform that provocation into something more constructive and give practical tips. What does it really mean to love yourself? Not necessarily that you pamper yourself every day and just live in the world of constant pleasures. Of course, that's good. But it's about small decisions every day. So does this decision serves me or not? How are my relationships? Are they something I'm looking forward to meet with my friends? Or the most dangerous ones are neutral. I don't feel anything, I don't feel like meeting, I would rather avoid it, it's a waste of time, we don't bring anything new in each other's life, right? So this is the things that you better let go of, because if you don't have amount of time in your day to put something new. So if you do sort of New Year's resolution, that's the most important one. What is to let go? For that, I prepared actually the calendar that you can also download from my store. And this is a work in progress calendar. So on the one side, you have what I let go of, what I'm welcoming in this month, and how it should be. So be clear, be precise how it should be for you. And of course, you can fill it in. There is some space, but not too much space. So don't overdo it. I have this tendency to overwrite, to write a lot, to talk a lot. But, I'm a woman and I think I'm allowed to do that. I just don't know how guys do it and compress the timing. And they keep coming to the point very shortly. I need a little bit more time. Yes. Okay. So this is the basic thing about loving yourself. Make those small decisions every day. Does this support me? How does that protect me? Also in a relationship situation. So I was accused, and thank you, I am exactly that I am businesslike and transactional. I would say not enough yet, because I actually respect a good business, and I think there should be a right exchange between people so the energy is equal and everything is in the right balance. But those people who will like to drag your energy, drag you out of energy, they will have always some sort of demands towards you, telling you what you do for them and compromise your time for them, and so on, so on. And they will accuse you of certain things. So listen exactly what they're saying, and do not deny what they are saying. Usually in such situation, if someone tells me, Joanna, you're like this, I'm saying, yes, thank you, I'm exactly like that. That usually shuts them from any argument with me, and it has more psychological / paranormal profits, I would say, but this is also another topic. If you like, let me know, and I definitely will tell you more about it. So this year is very important, is because it's a fiery year. So when I read tarot cards for the Polish people, it turned out that will be a lot of fire, that will be also impulsive behaviors, also a little bit like a small attacks from other people, a little bit of incidents, fiery incidents that we have to be alert and be ready and reschedule things. But also what supports us is earth, is the element of earth for this year. And this can balance that. So every time something is happening, come back first to yourself before you make this decision. You're coming back to yourself, of course, as we know, the breath from the workshops. There are different types of breaths, but you choose the one that is fitting you, your current position, your current state of mind. If you cannot extend longer than 4 seconds, don't, because it's better to do it when your body feels relaxed than to force the breath and choke yourself on holding 12 seconds breathless, the state of breathlessness. So be careful about that. I do not recommend to go fully into practice that we currently are not in the best state. The stressed person cannot do it, but if you practice, you can probably stay 60 seconds without breath or even longer. Yeah, this is it for today. And if you like the private session with me, reach out to joanna.pilatowicz@gmail.com. And the store is on my website, joannapilatowicz.com. If you click on the store, I know there is a Polish letters there, but also the store works in both languages. So you can read more about my art and also books, the Oracle series or Dancing on the Edge. Any questions, also write me in the comments. I welcome that, and I can explore more with you, because according to your questions, I can create those materials so everybody gets exactly what they want. Have a great one.